would be entailed in a one-page business plan or a self-funded business plan. It's just a list of your vision, mission statement, your objectives, your strategies, and your plans so that you can stick by them, never change them, and use your money in a wise manner, okay? Write your ideas down, figure out the finances, do a spreadsheet. That's highly recommended. But at the same time, a self-funded business plan is really no longer than one page. You hand me a one-page business plan, you're certainly not going to meet the requirements for this class, okay? I need to see a funded in some way when you guys turn it in, okay? And that's why I gave you the Bankable Business Plan book, which is focused on finding funding. If you plan on taking your money and investing it in your business, you really better think twice, okay? It's much better to ask somebody else for their money, get legal status behind it in case the business fails, and then you can keep your lifestyle that you have, and somebody else who knew that they were taking a gamble loses out, not you, okay? So unless it's the last thing that you can do is use your own money to start up your own business, then even then evaluate it. Is it worth doing it? Okay. Also be really careful. I'll talk about this on the management side with who you want to get involved investing in your business. Families have been broken up over business loans. There's some serious issues with folks in Hawaii with their families borrowing monies to get businesses off the ground, and that something went sour and it ruined an entire relationship with a family member. So be very careful when you borrow money from your family. Don't borrow it from somebody you don't know, get legal status behind the money that you borrow, become an LLC, and then if you fail at your business, you know that person took a gamble, and that was their kuleana, not yours. Okay? You did your best, but you weren't able to succeed. Okay? Let's talk about seeking funds. Where to get funds? Where to get funds? Well, talking about bankable, we're talking about the banks first. Of course, when we talk about banks, I'm also talking about any kind of loan agency where you're going to have to pay the money back based upon a national or international interest rate. Okay. Bankable business plans are what I'm expecting for this class. It's what I'm giving you the outlines for. It's what the rubric is. And it's basically, there are many templates online that you can utilize for your business plan, in addition to the templates that I had given you. All right? If you Google search bankable business plans or business plans, there's 43 million hits. There is plenty help out there to help you build your business plan. You have to go find that information. Don't rely on this book to give it to you. Get on the internet and use this stuff. You see where it says bplans.com right here? Don't go there. Sorry about that. I should have taken that out. bplans.com was an excellent source for business plan development and writing and drafting a business plan. All of a sudden, their free service that they had offered, they noticed that they are getting a lot of hits and a lot of people going to their website, so they decided to charge. So you can go to bplans.com and look at some of their break-even analysis and their graphs. And I want you to use those as an example. Do not use bplans.com as your template. They will make you pay. Or I've said this like 10 times in a class and still had students going, I'm going to bplans.com and I can't figure it out and they made me pay. And after it's all said and done, I don't know what happened. Okay, just go look at the templates. They have templates there for agriculture, for small farms, organic farms, for nurseries. You can find them by title and then just use them as a template. Everybody got that? Okay. Agplans.com, which is not actually agplans.com. It's I wrote that down somewhere. Where did I write that? Agplans.com. Think, James, think. Where did I put that? Did I do it on another slide? Probably did. Hold on a second. Yeah. Okay, I do it on another slide. We'll get to, well, I guess we can go there now. All right. Agplan. It's actually agplan.umn.edu. It's not agplan.com. Sorry about that. Let's look at it right now. We'll go to the website so you can take a look. What this is a website set up to help you build a business plan that is an agriculture-based business plan. What better for this class, right? Am I boring you guys? Okay, eggplant.com for agriculture, fisheries, and small business planning website. You're going to have to log in. You're going to have to register, that is. It's free. Just do it. Of course not. I could never remember. I had it up earlier today. No, that didn't work either.
Is it hawaii.edu.com?
No. I don't remember which one I did. Oh, Lordy. Anyway, I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But I was going to go over it with you, but I can't figure out what it is. I did it earlier today, but my brain is totally fried. So essentially, you're going to want to register and use this website. It gives you templates on how to build an agriculture business. It'll have you do specifics as far as what you want to do. You want to do field cropping. You want to do orchard crops. You want to do nursery work. Anything that has to do with agriculture base. Use this. It's free. It was set up. I don't know what UMN is. Minnesota. University of Minnesota. Right. So, use that website, but at the same time, that website was not structured around this business plan class that I'm doing right now, and those business plans that I had given you, those were specifically written for this class. So, if you can get as close to those as possible, you'd be better off, okay? We went over the outline for the executive summary. Purpose of your business, certainly the vision statement, mission statement is up there. Products and services you're going to get, the structure of your business, we just went over that. You're going to talk about if you're an LLC, a corporation, or whatever. Of course, we're going to do market research, R&D, which we'll talk on in the marketing section, marketing and sales, marketing section, organization and personnel we'll do on the management day, and then the financials we'll do on the financial day. On the back page of the packet, there's that S&J advertising. That's their executive summary right there. It's 1 page or less. It's clear, concise, and it's realistic. The purpose of this plan is to establish a strategy for the creation of S&J Advertising, a new agency that will be based in Toledo, Ohio. Sonika Smith and Sally Jones are co-founders of S&G, who between them bring 9 years of experience to the Toledo advertising market to this venture. The relationship with current advertisers will result in at least 5 clients coming up to the firm at its inception. These 5 clients have given S&J letters stating this intent. The co-founders and experienced professional and proven advertising executives will ensure that their current clients will be satisfied and that additional clients will join the S&J roster. Moreover, recent changes in the Toledo media market have created the need among advertisers for a firm that is of this caliber and expertise. S&J expects to be profitable within the first year of the operation, but seeks $50,000 in bank debt for working capital and construction of production facilities. These owners expect to personally guarantee this debt to be put in $50,000 of their own capital. The projections show that this company's cash flow will exceed debt service by a ratio of more than 5 to 1 in the first year, and that debt can be repaid within 5 years. Purposes of the business, they state that. They talk about their products and services. They talk about the structure being a partnership. They talk about market research that they've already established, market or customers in the market. They've already done research and development because they've already been in the market working for other people. They're starting up their own company. They talk about marketing sales activities. How do they plan on selling their products, getting their products out into the market? They also talk about organization and personnel. And then most importantly, the last paragraph, the whole thing talks about finances. Okay? It's okay. I don't think it's the best. This is probably the most important slide for the executive summary section. Take a look at that in your notes. Don't forget that. Repeat it. Write it down. However you need to do it to remember that this is exactly what I'm looking for when you give me an executive summary. Oh, wait. No, it's the whole thing. Sorry about that. We already went through that. Sorry, guys. I've been doing this a long time today. Business plan template. Okay, this is the entire template. I think I showed this to you guys the other day, right? Okay, so we're looking at the executive summary, of course, being right up on front. Company summary. What is your business? Who do you sell to? What are your products? Location. What have you done in market for market analysis? What is your marketing plan and sales? Remember, marketing is different than sales. Marketing is getting the attention of your customers. Sales are retaining your customers. Two different things. I don't want to see just a marketing section. I'll ask you, okay, well, how do you plan on retaining these folks? Sales, setting up maybe like a club membership for your business, discounted rates. You come in and fill up a coffee 10 times, you get one free, that kind of thing, okay? Operations plan. Who does what, when, where, and why? And how does this help you make money or provide a good service for your company or for your customers? What is your management plan? Who's going to run the CEO, CFO, CMO, and the other guy? Personnel. What employees do you have? What are their actions? What do they do? What are you expecting out of them? Long-term and exit strategy. That's all on the rubric. We went through this the other day. Financial plan. Definitely looking for those three parts of the financial plan, if not all 5 listed there in the rubric. How are you going to use your funds? I really want you to put out in words how you're going to use every dollar that is given to you through the funding. And then, of course, the appendix. Those are going to be the letters and stuff. Here's what I would expect to see in your appendix. Resumes and CVs from all of your management personnel and anybody basically that would be dealing with your company. Doing any kind of sales or anything like that, you definitely want to have their resume. Pictures of your products. A brochure. I got some examples here. This is one of my students last class made this. She made a eco-friendly retreat for people who are visually impaired, audio, how do you say, how does it, audio impaired individuals. And it's a place that they can go and feel safe and a place that caters to their needs. So they're basically making a bed and breakfast for these individuals, which is very, very focused on sensory, sound, touch, and that kind of thing. So she created this nice pamphlet. That's all you really need, and it's just a great brochure. I'll pass that around. When I had done this project in Dr. Chia's class many years ago, I created this. This was a catalog for my Maui hibiscus lab. One of the business plans that we had come up with was trying to have a tissue culture lab for hibiscus on Maui. And I just come up with a little brochure that talks about our quality, exclusivity, who are the customers, and what our vision is, and an example of different varieties that we would offer. Order form that's in the back, any contact information in a mailer. This basically can go out as a mailer. It talks a little bit about the facilities that we would be building if we had got funding. But kind of take a look at that. So strongly recommend you doing a brochure of your products or service, and because it's if nothing else, it'll show what could go on the internet and what could be marketed. Professional references, definitely people that think that your idea or your products or service would be beneficial to them. Also, people that are into industry, try to focus here. So if you want to get into nursery planting or native nurseries, you may want to have somebody who's on the Hawaii Nursery Board, right? That it's a good idea that we have more nursery farmers that do native plants, and they think that that's a good idea. So you definitely want to have letters in there, references, market analysis data, both research done on the market that you're getting into, whether it be cacao or coconuts or whatever. You want to have data on what is produced in Hawaii, what does the market look like, and then also your data, your surveys. You want to have the results, maybe some tables or graphs that show the results for your surveys. Relevant published information. Well, if you're doing coconuts and you're referencing the CTAR report last year from coconuts or coffee in Hawaii, you're certainly going to want to put that information. You want to put the whole write-up in that appendix. So if I have any question, I don't have to go Google it and look it up. I want the whole thing in there. All right? Any patents that you may have, significant contracts that you may have. Certainly try to set up a contract or multiple contracts with people if you are able to eventually provide your service. Have them write a letter in your appendix that says, if this person was able to provide me with 10 bushels of bananas every single month to the end of time, I would buy them at this price. And I would be willing to sign a contract stating that. If you can't get that for real, write a fake one so that it's in your business plan. I know that you know what to look for. Also financial commitment, so that'll be your car payment, loan payments, anything like that. I want to see any monies that's going out to pay so that you can make money. I want to see that in there. That's a financial commitment. I touched a little bit about this, self-funded business plans. Basically, this book will help you simplify your process and helps get focused quickly. So if in real life you want to do a self-funded business plan, please check out this book. It'll help you organize yourself. And then we took a look at that one page, how to organize into a structured plan. And let's go to the handout. How are we doing on time? 8 o'clock. Okay. All right, let's pull out this handout. I want to go through this first write-up word for word with you guys. I'll read it out, and you should really have no question of what to put on an executive summary after we go through this. Okay? An executive summary is a one-page discussion or description of the business being detailed within the business plan. I mentioned this is the hook that the business plan designer uses to gain interest in your business model. With this hook, owners are able to briefly show the lenders and potential customers that the mission of the company is and how we'll be able to execute the mission successfully. The general company description, let's go back here so that you see this. Okay. Products and services will go under your general company description. It's a detailed explanation of several aspects of your business. This is the section in which is detailed to the story of the business, like how will it start? Who will start it? Why are they going to start the business? What does the business do? Who do they do it for, and what customers does the business serve? Where are these customers, and or what niche market is the company trying to get into? This is the story. This is the narrative. I don't want to see I's and me's. I want to see names. So where you'd say me, you put your name. It's all in the third person, okay? But I want it to be a narrative at the same time. I want to see these characters, these literally characters in a story. I want to see them going through some kind of something to get to this point. Either they worked in the nursery industry and were pretty much didn't like working for somebody else and saw the potential for making money, and then tell me about your experiences in the nursery industry and why you changed your opinion or why you decided to get involved in doing your own business. Well, plain and simple, it might just be because you want to work for yourself. Well, tell me the story of why you got so discouraged about working for somebody else that you got up off your butt to try to write a plan to work for yourself. Okay? So I want to see a story, a narrative in that section. The most important detail of the section is an explanation of what makes the proposed business idea unique and prone to success. Okay? Ask yourself at every moment when you're designing your business plan, is this idea unique? Whether it be your financials, your marketing, your product development, is it unique? Because if it's not, it won't sell. And you're not hitting that kind of curve of the market that we were talking about earlier. This is where the reviewer will become familiar with the reasons behind wanting to start a specific business. So they will actually see in words why you got started and where your motivation was. Try not to make it too wordy, as it's only a one-page write-up. Don't forget, this is a 2-page explanation for a 1-page write-up. All right. The location section of your business plan provides several bits of important information. First, it details the location of the business and all business contact information. So, plain and simple, right on the location section, and in that paragraph, you're going to state, our business is located in Hilo, Hawaii. Or, what street? Give me an address. Give me some contact information. Okay? I want to see addresses. I want to see phone numbers. I want to see email addresses or anything like that. In a specific location where the day-to-day operation of the business is conducted. So, a lot of folks will have a home office for their farm. Their home office is a different location than your farm, even if it's on the same property. Executive decisions happen in here. Where does your computer at? Where do you do your finances and bookkeeping? Okay, it's probably not in the field. So these are 2 different locations. You need to specify the 2 different locations. Or multiple locations if you have a holding facility or a supply center or anything like that. This section also describes other facilities owned by the company like warehouses, production facilities, and distribution centers, as I mentioned. Give those addresses as well. If you can give an aerial photograph of it, I mean, every bit of detail that you possibly can. Maybe not in your executive summary section, but reference that to your appendix. Okay. If certain customers are marketed to, the location section can also discuss the location of the business clients and why this geographic area is being marketed. So if you live in Hilo and you only sell to chefs in Kona because they pay top dollar for your product and you can afford to drive it over there, you want to state that under location that although my business is in Hilo, my customers are in Kona. Customers are part of your business. I want to know in location where they're located. One of the more important sections of a proper agriculture business plan is the area that discusses your industry and market research. In this section, the business plan designer details the existing and potential markets that the business will be attempting to enter. So you want to talk about where is the market at right now before you've even jumped into the pool. Descriptions of other companies that provide similar products or services, industry market details, current and potential market analysis, and perhaps personally acquired research data discovering the public's interest in the specific product or service being provided by the proposed company. So, I want to see descriptions of the companies. I want to see competitors. I want to know if there's anybody on this island that you'd be competing with or has a similar business. All right? For some folks, like the agritourism, there was a group that did the same kind of thing, but for veterans with PTSD. So they have a camp or like a resort that people go that have PTSD. They have certain arrangements with military organizations in trying to get those people there. So this individual used that as a comparison, or at least not really a competitor, but a very similar business that they're trying to run. And so she actually contacted them and said, this is what I want to do. I know that you guys do this. Can you give me some numbers? And she did some really great market analysis based upon that, because it's the closest thing she could come up with of an existing business. Okay? If you can't find something that's an existing business, you may be on the right track. But get whatever is as close as you possibly can to an existing business, especially if it's geographically located here. Okay? Descriptions of other companies, blah, 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 blah. Current and potential market analysis. Okay, I want to see current data, and I want to see that data referenced. If you can't find it, make it up and let me know that it's made up, and then you will eventually find that information. And perhaps personally acquired research data. That's the surveys that I talk about. Please have surveys. It is very important to also include specific numbers with references reiterating the defending market claims. So please have real data if you can. If you do, please reference it and include that write-up in your appendix. If there's a question you think it belongs in your appendix or not, just put it there. And if there's a doubt, just put it there. Somebody could probably use that information somehow. I'll keep losing my place. And we're reading a section. Lenders and reviewers want to see some personal research done for the proposed business owners on the product. So definitely the most important data you're going to put in there is the data that you get from your surveys, and as long as it's good, tangible data, that's what they want to see. Another important section of the business plan is the marketing strategy. This is a detailed description of how the company plans on notifying the public about their product or service, as well as when, where, why, and whom does it plan on marketing to. In one sentence, you can explain that. Who are your customers? Who are your potential customers? How are you marketing to them? And why specifically have you chosen that demographic of people to market to? Nobody markets just to people. You market to people that would be prone to buy your product. Detailed description of how the company plans on notifying the public about their product or service. We did that. This section also must be detailed and specific about the route the business will take for acquiring customers. So that's the difference between the sales and marketing. The route that you go to get those customers is the marketing, and then once you retain them, the sales side. Okay? A few good subjects to discuss in this section are the demographic targeting in a marketing campaign. Describe to me your perfect customer. And then you say, these are who I'm marketing to. Rich white dudes with a ton of money and willing to just throw it all over the place with no regard for anybody's safety. Trust me, there's plenty of people that market to those people in Hawaii. So, however you want to do it. The marketing platforms used. What marketing platforms used? Do you use Facebook? Do you use radio? Do you make commercials? Do you stand on a street corner with a sign and wave it around? What platform? And a unique approach sourcing customer, a unique approach sourcing customers that will make you stand out from the competition. So I want to know what unique marketing strategy you have. Because everybody's done everything. At least that's what you think. Until we go to the marketing section, and I'll show you that people market so in such crazy manner that you don't even notice that it's marketing anymore. All right. The operations section.